What's up YouTube, my name is Isa and welcome to my channel. So today for my very first video, I kind of decided to not make an intro to my channel and I just kind of wanted to stick with what I have written down in my notebook. And this topic is going to be about long distance relationships. And before I get into the advice that I have written down on here, I kind of just want to give you like my little story of how me and my boyfriend met and how long we were in a long distance relationship for, and some of the things that I liked about the long distance relationship, some of the things I hated about it. So, story time. I was in Alaska and my boyfriend's from Ohio and we met in Puerto Rico. Now you guys are probably saying like, whoa, that's crazy. Like you guys are from the like different sides of the country, yet you met in Puerto Rico. And yeah, I met him on a beach, but long story short, I went on a trip with my family to Puerto Rico and he was on a family trip to Puerto Rico as well. But as we were leaving, they just came in, I guess. It was towards the end of my trip and their trip just started. So like my sister wanted to go surfing on my cousin's birthday. And my mom was like, okay, like you guys need to stay there, get your money's worth. Like this was super expensive. I felt bad because I was like, this is not like snowboarding. Like this is completely different. I cannot do this whatsoever. I like my feet strapped to the board. Like I don't want to slip away from it, you know? So I was videotaping my sister surfing because I was creating like a vlog, a travel vlog that I thought I was gonna upload on YouTube, and this was way back in 2015, guys. And I didn't do it because I was scared and I was like, oh, this is like a dumb video, like I'm not gonna do it. But I wish I did. Anyways, I was videotaping my sister and this older man on a smaller surfboard was like giving her advice on like how to time the waves, when to get up, all this different stuff. And he was a really nice guy and he asked us if we were locals and we said no, we're from Alaska. And then here comes my boyfriend, a stranger at the time, on a yellow boogie board, was like,
oh, you're from Alaska?
And I was like, yeah, we're from Alaska.
What the, like, this guy was just eavesdropping on our conversation. So I was kind of like weirded out at first because I didn't really know how to talk to guys because low-key I got out of a toxic relationship. I want to be with family. I'm on an island, paradise island, whatever. I just want to be with my family and just enjoy it. I don't want to like talk to anybody. But he kept insisting and we talked for like 3 hours. It was crazy because it felt like it was like 30 minutes or so like that. But we planned to meet at La Pasita and that didn't go well. So I gave him my Facebook name. I didn't want to give him my number because at the time like I got out of a toxic relationship with my ex and I was just still broken and I was just like, I'm not emotionally prepared to be in a relationship right now. So we talked as friends until like a week before Valentine's Day. We were just speaking hypothetically and it was just like, if you see this going further, like what are your goals? What do you see yourself in like 5, like we laid down everything. We cut to the chase and we were just like, let's just figure out like if this is actually gonna work for us. And so we did, and our views were very similar, and so we were just like, okay, like, let's just keep talking. We got feelings for each other, but we didn't have a label, and there's some like hiccups that we had with other people, and we obviously were just like, okay, we have feelings for each other, let's just not do anything with other people. Fast forward to September, I actually told my mom I was gonna go to Washington to go like settle down before school started. And I believe like that was like a week before I decided that. And I actually hopped on a plane and went to Ohio. And that was like the craziest thing. I just can't believe I did this. I was 20 at the time and I didn't even think like, oh, this guy could like low-key be psycho, you know? Like I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna hop on a plane and go see him and his family, meet his friends and just hang out. That was just like the cherry on top to everything that we've been through within almost a year of talking, and I just love him to death. So the reason why I liked the long distance relationship was because I could be independent. I could do things that would make myself happy. I didn't have to depend on somebody to be there as much as I wanted them to be there. I could just go on walks, look at mountains because I'm from Southeast Alaska. I could go on long hikes and just be okay with that and just be with my family and hang out with them. But in contrast, like the reason why I hated it so much was because obviously they couldn't be there. And when I was having like a very difficult day, all I wanted was like a hug or just like a kiss on the forehead or something like that, you know, like just some physical contact, but I couldn't. So that was like the only thing like I hated about it. But it definitely helped us grow in like ourselves, and it made us see a different perspective in a relationship. It definitely tested our boundaries, and I actually am very grateful that we started off as a long distance relationship, because I probably wouldn't have this much of a good understanding of him and how he is. There's some things that I wrote down in this notebook, and just some advice that I could give to you guys and some things to avoid so that you guys don't have a scare like I did, because there was a couple scares that I had with my boyfriend, and it was just a reality check. Like since I had a toxic relationship before he did, I had all this baggage and I was just so insecure about certain things, and it's not fair to put what you had in a previous relationship to put it on somebody that's new. They're not that person, and it's not fair. Again, it's not fair to just treat them the same way as if your ex had treated you. Definitely you'll have some like some walls that he'll have to break, and it just takes time to get used to it and to finally open up to that person. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Because I don't know how else to voice that. My first advice is to make sure you guys always communicate, and with that comes a couple bullets. Always voice your emotions. Always voice what makes you angry, why he made you angry, what he did that made you frustrated. Because I am guilty of playing that game of just ignoring him and not talking to him until later that night. And the only reason why I did that was because I didn't want to lash out on him, because I have a habit of doing that. And without this long distance relationship, I probably wouldn't have like really figured out what made me upset, and then I could finally like talk about it in a respectful manner. If it's not working out, you also need to voice that. Do not ghost him, because I think it's so mean and so rude to know that like somebody that has so much feelings for you is waiting for your text or your call, and you're just out there ignoring them. No, that's not right, guys. And they deserve a response and a reason as to why you don't think it's gonna work out. The next thing I have on my list is to make sure you guys both understand that there's a lot of trust that is involved, and I think commitment also goes underneath that, but I'm just gonna talk about commitment later. For trust, without trust there is no relationship, and I'm gonna use that quote because it is very true. There's a puppy dog phase, you know, like you're constantly like snapping each other, you're messaging each other, you're FaceTiming each other, and then that's eventually gonna go down. Kind of like you guys need to make sure that you're doing what you need to do, and just let him do what he needs to do. Let him hang out with his friends. Go hang out with your friends, because I've been guilty of just staying home for the weekends. Like I think I stayed home for a good like 5 months. Just, what if he doesn't go out with friends? I'll just stay home just in case he calls me. And I literally did not have a social life. All my my friends in Bellingham would just be like, hey, let's go out to the bar, let's go out to the club, whatever. And I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna stay in. Like I have a lot of homework. But truly, I was like, he might call me or he might try and FaceTime me, so I'm gonna stay home. And that was not really healthy, because I wasn't doing like things that would make me happy and like go hang out with my friends, and I would easily get upset with him for like being with his friends. And it's not healthy to do that, because you're just like, oh well, I'm doing this and you're not doing this, and that's just something to avoid. I look back, and I used to be low-key a little bit controlling, and that was like a little scare and a reality check on my side. I probably haven't worked on my end on trying to like let him hang out with his friends, let him go out and do those things, and I needed to do the same. I needed to hang out with friends. I needed to do my own thing. I couldn't be waiting on my phone or waiting close to my phone for him to text me or call me or FaceTime me 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah, you just need to make sure that there will be times where you can't talk on the phone or where he can't talk on the phone. And so that's where your trust comes in. And that's all I gotta say for that one. The next thing is to be consistent, like set plans when to see each other. I think just reassuring how much you care about him would be nice on both sides as well. I would send him care packages, and especially for like Valentine's Day, I filled up like a big mason jar with kisses, and I sent him like a little note. And another one I sent him, like I'll post like a little Pinterest screenshot right here, but like they're the ones where you buy a bunch of candy and you put little notes on them. They're very cheesy, but like you could decorate the inside of the box like the way you want to. So the way how I decorated the box, I put like his favorite Marvel characters on the flaps, and I just put all of his candy inside, and then he got it and he was just like, oh my god, this is so amazing. You also have to set times with like FaceTiming too, because FaceTiming nowadays, like back then they had to send letters, but now we have great technology, so you guys gotta FaceTime more frequently, or like set a good day, or like plan ahead and just be like, hey, like this time would work better for me. You need to make sure if both parties are committed. If I didn't feel like he was fully committed to this relationship, then I probably wouldn't have spent 2.5 years trying to be with this man. So you guys just need to make sure that both parties are committed to one another. And if you guys got the trust, the communication, the commitment, and all that stuff down, like the long distance should not be an issue. Last thing that I need to talk about is to just prepare yourself for the long distance. The long distance will test you, because there's gonna be times where a guy's gonna be like,
Oh, you're hot, like, can I get your number?
and then there's gonna be girls that are like,
Oh my god, like, your girlfriend's not here, like, let's just do shit.
it will test you, and you just need to stand your ground and just be like, yeah, like there's no reason to just voice like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. Like, there's nothing wrong about that. I mean, if you're trying to get this guy off your butt, you know, you just be like, yeah, like my boyfriend. Just keep mentioning your boyfriend a lot, you know. This long distance, like, relationship will definitely, like, test your guys' ability to, like, I don't know. I feel like once you guys conquered the long distance relationship, you'd be able to conquer anything. After I moved in with my boyfriend, like, it's just been a fun, wonderful, crazy ride with him, and we're about to be in our 4th mark. We've known each other for 5 years, but we've been dating for 4 years. So I guess that concludes my video, and if you've learned something from it, or you can, you know, grab something good out of it, I am happy I'm able to help you out. If you want to see something more about long distance relationship, then comment down below. But if you want to suggest other things, then make sure that you also comment down below. I want to be able to be consistent with my videos and try and post once a week, but we'll just see. I still don't know what my, you know, the niche of my channel is going to be like. And if you guys don't know what the niche is, that means like the main topic or the main reason why you're doing YouTube kind of type thing. Like James Charles, Practice Star, they are makeup, and Alicia Marie, Lauren DIY, like they're very specific, and I hope that I can do that one day, but for just now, I think it's just gonna be about lifestyle. So if you want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Bye.